Okay.
Hello, I'm now recording.
I am now recording also.
Yay.
Welcome back to talking about Warhammer.
Rambling about Warhammer, it's a podcast.
It's
Ooh.
it's a fancy podcast and I enjoy it.
Yes.
um
Yes.
what was I gonna say? Word bearers are interesting.
Amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're so good.
They are really good. I was not
Right.
expecting that. That was, oh man. I mean, I expected it to
Word bearers are
be,
so good.
yeah, I expected it to
Erebus
be,
is a dick. Erebus and Corpheron's a dick,
yeah.
but the word bearers are so fucking cool. Lorgar is so cool.
Yes, Lorgar is
Oh, dude.
really cool. Although I can't help but feel like he's got a little bit of that rebellious teenager thing going on for him. You know what I'm saying?
He's so cool. He's so angsty.
Yeah, he really
He
is.
must be protected. He must be protected. He's not as angsty as Conrad Kurz or Korax Korvax. I don't fucking hate Oh god, Raven Guard names. Whoever named the Raven Guard Primarch hates me.
It just
It's
made
like,
it super hard to
his
pronounce.
name. Korvax? I don't know. It's fucking irritating. Anyway, we're not talking about Raven God. We're talking about word bearers.
Yes, we
And
are.
Erebus is a bit of a dick.
Yes, he is. And basically, just to get us started here, is they before they had their Primarch, basically all they did was all the Legion did was walk around getting rid of religious texts and imagery and stuff like that, basically following the Emperor's edict that, you know, there are no gods and that, you know, yeah. So
Yeah.
all of that happened until they found their
They were like the most loyal out of all of them during like the unification wars. They would just follow the Emperor's orders without question. They were just, you know, always sort of, yeah, they were always sort of like really loyal to the Emperor and everything. And then Erebus got involved, and so did Lorgar, and things got a bit fucky.
It was kind of hilarious how they completely changed from what they were originally to what they later became after Lorgar got involved, I gotta say. Because originally it's all like, oh, there's no such thing as gods. But then whenever Lorgar gets involved, it's like, there must be a god, and it's the Emperor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be honest, I understand Lorgar's reaction perfectly. I would have the same reaction if the person I was if the person who was in charge was a giant golden man.
Yeah,
who was
right?
like psychic, had magic powers, and literally just controlled entire planets. I think I would too worship him like a god.
Right, and the worst part is that the Emperor keeps going like, I am no god, and he's like, are you sure? Because I had a vision of your arrival, and then you arrived the same way that you did in my vision. So,
Yeah, you have to feel sorry for Lorgar.
Yeah.
The poor fucker. It's like Lorgar and the Word Bearers as a whole, all apart from fucking Erebus,
right.
you just feel sorry for.
That was funny to me though, man. 'Cause I was like, wow, they really, really changed their tone really quickly after Lorgar became their Primarch. Let's see. So, before we get to all that, because I have things that the moment I heard what happened, I was like, oh, what? Can they do that? But basically, the Legion itself was kind of slow compared to all the rest of the Emperor's legions, and the reason why is because whenever they would show up at a place to kick ass, they wouldn't just kick ass; they would stick around and then convert the population to worshiping the Emperor. And
Yeah.
that was fine for a time until the Emperor started noticing that they were taking significantly longer in, showing up, kicking ass, and moving on. So
Yeah, the Emperor wasn't happy about that, to
no, he
say the
wasn't.
least.
Yeah.
The Emperor got quite fucking bitchy about it.
Yes, he
Just
did. And
that's that's
when
putting it mildly.
it is putting it mildly, and the thing is, he got so mad about it that he sent his best friend to deal with it, which was Malkador.
Yeah,
So
yeah. And Lorgar just bitch slapped him. It's like,
he
no,
did.
you're just being a dick. Fuck you, and just pimp slapped him.
Yes. So he god damn it. He bitch slapped the hell out of Malgador, and also
Yeah,
Gillerman.
but he's still. Yeah. Oh no, he fucking hated him.
Yeah.
Because as punishment,
Hmm.
uh, Gilliman was ordered to basically set fire to Lorgar's. Oh fuck! Hang on, give me a second. Let me try and find it because I forgot. Is he? Can never pronounce it correctly. Where is it? I think it was called Monarchia. Hang on.
Oh, the city that Lorgar was extremely
Yeah,
proud of, and he was
yeah,
basically like,
okay,
"Yeah, this is
yeah.
the one."
Because I know Calf. I know Calf is a different. I always get confused between Calf and Monarchia, but right, what happened was Gilliman was ordered by the Emperor to basically obliterate Monarchia. Like, just fucking
Yes.
tear it down. Lorgar was really fucking angry at this. He was angry at Malkador and Gilliman, and so he grabbed like his stuff and just swung it at Gilliman's chest piece. Gilliman's chest piece broke, and Lorgar got even angrier at this. And he was just like, you know what? Fuck you. I hate all of you. You're just being dicks. I just.
Yeah,
And the
that
Emperor
was his
sort
exact
of made
reaction, and
Lorgar kneel. Yeah, he was
sorry.
like, "No, you don't get to strike. You don't get to strike my son."
Yeah.
And Lorgar was obviously pissed, and it leads to like the best revenge ever. It's amazing what the word
Oh,
bearers do as revenge.
yeah.
Right, have you got any more questions before I get into the revenge? Because it's fucking amazing.
Yes. So basically, Malkador, after seeing that they'll be getting no through to Lorgar, actually reacts like a little bit like a teacher calling a parent down for a misbehaving child. Basically says calls on the
Yeah.
Emperor and says, "Hey, by the way, yeah, your son's not behaving. We're gonna need you to come down and have a chat with him." And when the Emperor shows up, things don't go well because uh,
No.
yeah,
The Emperor makes everything
he
worse.
does because Lorgar is like, but wait, you are a god, and we're just converting people to your worship. And the Emperor says, I am no god. You're wasting time. Start kicking ass and moving on. And in front of his entire legion, might I add. So it's this huge mess where you just had your dad get called out here by your teacher or your dad's best friend, and then your dad puts you down in front of all your buds. So uh,
Yeah.
he's extremely devastated by all this, to the point that he continues behaving like an angsty teenager because he locks himself up in his room for a while. uh,
Oh, that's an understatement.
yeah.
He he just goes, you know what? Fuck it. And Erebus, right?
Yeah.
Word bearers wouldn't be traitor if it wasn't down to fucking Erebus.
Agreed.
Erebus is a cunt.
Yes.
He's
Because
just like the world's biggest cunt. He's
agreed.
such a sneaky shit. Right, what he does is he goes, "Don't worry, Lorgar. I've got an idea. You see, there are gods in the universe. Wink, wink. Let me show you them."
Basically,
Such a
that's exactly
shit.
what happens.
He's such a fucking shit. No one likes Erebus. Everybody sort of goes, "Oh, well, Magnus the Red is to blame." Fuck that. Erebus. With no
Yeah.
Erebus, there would be no Horus Heresy.
Agreed.
Erebus is to blame for all of it.
Yes, and
He's
that
such
was
a
something that
cunt.
whenever I saw that happen, I was like, "Hold them up! Wait, you mean to tell me that the Horus Heresy, named after Horus, didn't start with Horus? It started because Erebus. Oh my God, what?
Yeah, no, Erebus was sneaky. He
Yeah.
got into like the inner circle with like the lunar wolves and shit.
Yes.
He was like that's why, minor spoilers, that's why I really enjoy it when Khan the Betrayer literally, I think Khan the Betrayer beats several shades of shit out of Erebus. Like, he just fucking pelts him. And Horus flays his skin off his face, like flays his face off. It's
Nice.
amazing. Erebus
He gets.
Erebus still escapes, but he gets his shit absolutely pushed in. It's amazing.
It was
Oh
pretty great.
dear.
I was.
Yeah, and
Uh,
Khan the Betrayer just kicking several shades of shit out of Erebus is always a great read. Just because Khan the Betrayer was like, "You, fuck you. Just fuck you, Korn's awesome. Fuck you, you lying, treacherous shit. I'm gonna just rain hell on you." And he does.
yes.
Yes,
It was great.
Erebus is a fucking cunt.
Yeah.
That's putting it mildly.
It's putting it very mildly. Erebus was, gosh, I want to say almost like, ah, man, like almost like Loki in the Marvel movies. You know, just starting shit just because he can. You know.
Yeah, he's so sneaky. He sort of gets everywhere. He's like in the inner sanctum. He's with Horus. He fucks over Garvio Loken. He convinces some of the. Oh, he's just such a shit. And you know why? I mean, Erebus is a shit, but I have to give the writers this: he's not a space marine.
That's true.
He's not a space marine.
He was a
He's
monk.
just yeah,
Yeah.
he was a priest, and the reason that Lorgar looked up to him was because he was a chaos priest.
Yeah.
That Lorgar, listened to.
That's right.
And still listens to, because Lorgar.
Yeah.
And, oh dear. I just really like the character of Erebus, because he's actually a well-written villain. He's just a priest that convinces a lot of people.
That's
Erebus isn't in the game, but I really wish he was, because he's such a cool character. He's such a shit, but he's like, there are times where you're like, you know what, Erebus, you do you. You deserve this. You just being this absolute evil cunt. Go on.
Yeah, really. Get down with your bad self, you magnificent bastard.
Godspeed, you magnificent bastard.
Yeah, really. Oh man.
Right.
So now that we've gotten down to the part where so Lorgar gets scolded by his dad, and he kind of doesn't like it, behaves like a teenager, and then Erebus whispers in his ears, "Hey, there is gods Lorgar, you're not wrong. Your dad's wrong. And you know what you should do about that? War. You should war about that.
Join
and
join the four chaos gods here. Worship these guys instead.
That's right. The chaos
And
gods will
yeah.
gladly accept all the worship you have to give Lorgar. Just
And
do it.
they did.
They
I
did.
mean, Lorgar is chaos undivided.
Now,
He
yes.
sort of worships everything.
That's true.
Now he is.
Yeah.
Which I really, really enjoy.
Uh,
I like the fact that he didn't fall for one chaos god. He just worships all of them, and all of them were like, all right, you get a bit of power. In fact, sod it, you get quite a lot of power, but not all of it, because you're not committed to one god. I kind of like that, and and I did read a theory where he replaced the fucking demon, where he was like the Balklad K. I fucking Games Workshop and demon names. I fucking hate it. It's another one where there's like two apostrophes in the middle. Yeah, it's the new model that's come out. Balklad. I fucking hate it. I hate it. I actually do. It's
what you gotta do is in the video. You gotta put a picture of his name up on the video. That way people know which one you're talking about.
Yes.
Yes.
But anyway, there was like, hang on.
Hmm.
Oh, Belacor.
Okay.
There. I think that's his name. Yeah, Belacor. It's not got two apostrophes. It's spelt B and then apostrophe Lakor. Belacor.
All right.
So yes.
Belacor.
The theory that I read was like Lorgar is Bellacor's replacement.
Mm-hmm.
Because Belacor was like the first ever demon to worship all four gods, and then he fell out of favor.
Why did he fall out of favor?
Because the gods had like Primarchs now. They had Primarchs that worshipped them individually. Like why would you? And with Lorgar being Lorgar,
mm-hmm.
the Chaos Gods didn't really. I mean, the Chaos Gods still keep Balakor around, and Balakor desperately wants to be the favourite son of all of them. But I think Lorgar is now the favourite son of all of them.
Gotcha. Okay.
Though Balakor is fucking terrifying on the tabletop.
Oh yeah, how's that?
His new rules. One of his main sword ignores invulnerable saves. You cannot make invulnerable saves when he wounds you.
Okay, I can see how that would be a pain in the ass.
Basically, even Guilliman cannot withstand Belacor. The only model in Warhammer that can withstand Belacor is probably Gazgel Fraka. But that's because you can only wound him 4 times per phase.
Ah, okay. I see how that works.
Yeah.
So
yeah, Belacor is back and he's scary.
Okay, but he's out of favor with the Chaos Gods, and Lorgar is now.
He's no longer. That's the theory, but it would make sense because Abaddon of the Black Legion, I mean, Abaddon is just a captain. I mean, he's self-proclaimed War Master, but he's not a Primarch. So it would make sense for the Chaos Gods to choose Lorgar, who's worshipping all of them equally.
Right.
Not Abaddon, who's just... Though he is old as fuck at this point, he's not a Primarch.
Right.
That's the problem with Abaddon. He might be beefed up with Chaos powers, but he's not a Primarch. And he's... I don't know. Like, they did a whole big thing with Guilliman versus Abaddon, where, in all reality, Guilliman should have just yeeted Abaddon repeatedly, regardless. Because though I don't like Matt Ward's Gilliman, it would make more sense for Gilliman to just beat several shades of shit out of Abaddon.
Now, here's a question.
Because,
I found that several sources that said that Lorgar was made into a demonic prince by the Chaos Gods. What does that mean?
Right. Each Chaos God has the power to make has the power to make certain people and beings demonic priests. Not priests, demonic princes, though Lorgar might be a demonic priest as well, we don't know.
Okay.
And basically, Mortarion of the Death Guard is a demonic prince of Nurgle.
Okay.
Magnus the Red is a demonic prince of Zinch. Fulgrim's the demonic prince of Slaanesh. And Angron, Big Angry Angron, is a demonic prince of Khorne. Lorgar worships all of them equally, and this is where the theory comes in that he's basically a replacement for Bautlica. I fucking hate demon names. Anyone listening to this, I do apologise. I just fucking hate trying to pronounce demon names.
Yeah.
Basically, he's just Bautlica's replacement.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
So,
and
that
Lorgar,
said,
for some reason, isn't back.
Isn't back? From where?
Basically, after the Horus Heresy, Lorgar just went, you know what, fuck this, and just went into the warp and meditates. He's been meditating for the last 10,000 years.
Oh, shit. Well,
I know, he's not back yet. I kind of want Lorgar to come back. Because I don't know why, but I just want a Balicor versus Lorgar showdown, where Lorgar beats the shit out of Balicor as to assert dominance as like the favoured son of all four Chaos Gods.
Yeah.
Because he is the epitome of Chaos Undivided. Anyway.
So
any more questions?
You had mentioned the Horus Heresy, and we were working up to that because there's some spicy stuff about the Ward Bearers and their revenge against.
Yeah, their revenge is fucking cool. It's the best part of the Horus Heresy, in my opinion.
So
it is
hit me with it.
The best fucking part.
Hit me with it. What happens?
Pardon? Okay, right. This is. Before I get into this, I would highly recommend you read No Fear, and it is fucking amazing. Because you get to see what the Ultramarines were like before Matt Ward tainted them, and it's just Also, Sergeant Feel is my favourite character in this because he is like a no-nonsense Doom guy, and he just kills demons, and that's it. And he's like, right, we got to find Gilliman and kill demons. Anyway, right. So basically, the reverse. Basically, what happens is that the Ultramarines and the Word Bearers get called together, and they have to work together against a orc threat.
Okay.
Now, there is no orc threat in the system. This is just one big fucking lie by the traitors.
Okay.
The Word Bearers actually want to do a sneak attack on Gilliman and Calf. Calf being like the Ultramarine city. The Ultramarine planet city thing.
Right.
And so what they do is Gilliman is obviously fucking terrified that Lorgar hates him. So they do like a sort of space Skype call going, hey, I know that we fucked over your precious city of Oniarchia. Do you hate us? And Lorgar is like, no, I don't hate you at all. No, not at all. Me and my sons don't hate you. Don't worry, you're all good. Don't worry, we'll just kill orcs together like brothers, and we're just fine. We are fine. We're not upset at all. And then it turns out Lorgar is still very fucking upset about that, as well as all of the word bearers. So, Gilliman also noticed something new about Lorgar. He has tattoos all over his face.
Right. I've seen the artwork with the tattoos on his face.
Yeah. Yeah, so Gilliman's like, okay, my brother's turned slightly emo, but, you know, nothing bad will happen. So,
Of course
so
not.
the Ultramarines... So, anyway, I need to find the page.
Okay.
Because I actually have the book with me, and I need to find the fucking page. So, so there's this... where is it? Where the fuck are you? There's stuff about Trooper Pearson, who's just like a really cool old dude. Anyway, Luciel is an Ultramarine, and he sort of has fought with the Word Bearers for a while, and he meets a guy called Tashore, who like they meet, they do like a big hug, and it's like, oh, don't worry about anything, we're all fine, we're all best buds. And then Tashore talks about shit like sacrifices and Istvon. This
Right.
idea happened after the massacre of Istvon. So the Word Bearers have already turned traitor.
Right.
Like I said. So this is after the events of Istvon. The Ultramarines didn't know what happened on Istvon at all. So
Oh no.
what happens what happens next is that Tishore shoots Luciel and the rest of the Word Bearers shoot all of the unaware Space Marines, hijacking his giant ship. Basically,
Oh my God.
there's like a demonic hacking that happens where they get control of a giant fuck off ship. Now, the fuck off ship in question isn't just like your standard, normal, everyday ship.
Okay.
Hang on, let me try and find it because it is the worst thing ever. Okay. It is right, hang on. It's a ship called the Campanile. The Campanile is a giant fuck off huge world-sized ship. This is a ship that is so big that, say, if you wanted to kamikaze an Ultramarine ship into the ground, into like a,
It would be.
say, Calf. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, so
It would be.
the Word Bearers. So the Word Bearers basically decide, you know what, fuck this, and just kamikaze an Ultramarine ship that they hijacked into the planet below.
Shoot.
and
Oh my God.
and Killerman. Oh dear, the description of it, it's amazing. Let's see. Basically, okay, it's yeah, it wasn't just one ship as well. From on page 117, the sky explodes over numerous city. Brelin and Andron stand up, snapping out of rest mode. They don't speak because there is nothing factual to state yet, but they draw their weapons without waiting for an instruction from Captain Damocles. It's a high altitude detonation, high altitude or low orbit. Multiple detonations overlapping, that's clear. A second later, as the flashes chop and flicker like a strobe. Blooming fire inside fire. We just lost a ship, said Andron. That wasn't just one ship, Captain Damocles corrects. Turns out their Word Bearers have started their attack, and they're just blitzing everything Ultramarines.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Calf below didn't stand a fucking chance.
Nope.
The Ultramarines are fucked.
Yeah. They got
So
him back.
good. Yeah. And surprisingly, guess who was in charge of this?
I'm gonna say Erebus.
Erebus.
Yeah.
Yep, it's fun. Okay. Erebus looks up from the circle of black stones, the center of the ritual circle, where the bodies of the many of the Tzarkal professionals lie. Smouldering or twitching, has not been a focused reality for almost 10 minutes. Matter squirms there. The membrane of the universe has turned liquid. There is a smell like the smell of weird dreams. Strong but not in any way identifiable. Emazazot of the Gal Vorback mutters something as the first flash hits the southern skies. Erebus is already watching. Fire, light. First light, a dawn of sorts. Erebus understands that several clear strategic benefits will be achieved by their plan, but they are all military objectives and count little to him. To the first of the Dark Apostles, it is the meaning that matters, the significance, the art, the context. The light in the sky, that huge bright flare they have wrought upon this day, that is the Ushkel, fuck off, the Ushkel vow, in the archaic language of the holy worlds, the words mean offering sun or tribute star. It is hard to translate it precisely. There is a sense of sacrifice, a sense of promise represented by dawn, and a sense of something greater to follow. There is a greater sunrise to come.
Shit. Yeah, Erebus
Yep.
gives zero fucks. He's just like, yeah. I love it.
Yep.
It's awesome.
The Ultramarines fucking panic. Yeah, and there's even... Hang on. Yeah, basically, Gilliman's own ship gets damaged a lot. And stuff, but there's a interaction between Gilliman and Lorgar, and it is amazing.
Okay.
Hang on, where is it? What page? Yeah, you might have to edit this out.
No worries.
Sorry about this.
No.
Okay, here it is.
Okay.
Right, you ready for this?
I'm ready for it.
Gilliman is almost rigid with fury. He's got a stylus out, a pen, and he's at the bridge windows, recording everything he can see on his data slate. Ship losses, disbursement, formation. The moment the flagship system reboot and power comes to active yield, he wants data he can act on. I want that link, he yells over his shoulder, sketching the relative placements of the cornucopia and the Vernix Absolutium. Do we raise shields? Asks Gage. The moment you have them. And I'm gonna have to skip a bit here until like, okay, this is when, yeah, I'm gonna have to skip because there's some bit about like, do we return fire? Gage asks, and Gilliman looks at him. And Gilliman still thinks this is a mistake. Like, this is an accident.
Yes.
Like, this is an accident.
Right.
Gilliman says, they are hurt, Gilliman says. They believe they are under mortal threat. All their fears are real to them, Marcus. Do not compound their folly. We do not add our mistake to theirs, no matter what the cost.
Oh my god.
So Gilliman gives his brother the benefit of the doubt, and he's like, no, don't fire back yet. This is just a mistake. They think the orcs are everywhere, and they're just firing everything.
Oh my god.
Um, so, Gilliman rings up his brother Lorgar and simply says, "Stop this," Gilliman says. Lorgar does not answer. "Brother, cease fire now," Gilliman says. "Cease fire, this is a mistake. You have made a grave error. Stop your reprisal. We are not your enemy."
Okay.
Now, what do you think Lorgar's response is? Oh, right. Option A. "Oh, I'm
Uh-huh.
sorry, mate. Let me just turn off the guns and everything." Option B. "Nah, you're the enemy." Or option C. "Oh, I thought you were orcs, mate. Oh, I'm sorry."
I want to say I thought you were orcs, but it's probably gonna end up being, no, you're the enemy.
Yeah, he says, "You are against us," Lorgar whispers, his voice made of white noise wine. And Gilliman then tries to. Then Gilliman responds with, "We have not attacked you." Gilliman insists. This, I swear, you have turned on us once. You have shamed us and humiliated us. You will not do so again.
Ooh.
Lorgar, listen to me. This is a mistake. Why in all the stars would you presume this to be a mistake?" asks Lorgar. He still does not look up.
Oh my god.
Oh, dude, that's amazing. Just, sorry, just Lorgar going. Lorgar, I just imagine Lorgar's just got, like, just listening to, like, real, just Lorgar's. Oh, dear.
Yeah.
I just love this exchange so much. Because it carries on. This carries on. "Cease fire," Gilliman says. "We have not attacked you, nor allowed you to be attacked. I swear this upon our father's life."
Oh no.
Lorgar's reply was Lorgar's reply is lost in the crackle of noise. Then the image of him vanishes too, and a holographic platform dies. Contact lost. Zedorf announces he's reviewing our attempts to restore the link. So,
Yeah. That that's a way to get back at someone.
yeah,
Yeah. I would say he was very successful at getting his revenge for. Yeah.
yeah, basically, Lorgar crippled the Ultramarines in the Horus Heresy. That's
He
safe to
did.
say. Lorgar basically fucked over the Ultramarines to such an extent where Gilliman was thought to be dead at one point. Like, everybody thought Gilliman had died because in the control room where he's talking to his brother, a giant fuck off demon appears, like a mess of, you know, like a great big messy fleshy pile appears, and everyone thought, Gilliman had gone. So yeah, the Ultramarines get their shit kicked in this book.
It's epic, and
It's
I love
so,
it.
yeah. Yeah, in fact, hang on. We can skip a lot,
Mhm.
and because Gilliman does get in contact with Lorgar again. Hang on. If I can find it, I will be amazed because it is amazing. Hang on. Okay, so yeah,
Mhm.
okay, I found it. You ready for this?
I'm ready for it.
Okay, so this is Gilliman's reaction to Lorgar. At this point in the book, this is shown that Lorgar has no intention of stopping, and that's just an understatement, really. So Gilliman contacts his brother, and hopefully you might notice the difference in tone that Gilliman has towards Lorgar.
I do.
Okay. Have you lost your temper, Roberta? Gilliman, Lorgar asks. They can hear the smile. I'm going to gut you, Gilliman replies softly.
Yes.
You have lost your temper. The great and calm and level-headed Roberta Gilliman has finally succumbed to passion. I will gut you. I will skin you. I will behead you. Ah, Roberta, Lorgar mutters, here at the very end. I finally hear you talk in a way that actually makes me like you.
Oh
Precondition of malice. Precondition of malice, says Gilliman, barely a whisper. You took the Camperdoll. By my estimation, you took it at least 140 hours ago. You took the ship and you staged this. You organised this atrocity, Lorgar, and you made it seem like a terrible accident so you could capitalise on our mercy. You made us stay our hand while you committed murder. It's called treachery, Roberta, and it works very well. How did you find out? Oh dear, it gets better.
Oh, it
does. We backplotted the Camperdoll's route once we worked out what had hit the yards. When you look at the plot, the notion that it was any kind of accident becomes laughable, as the notion you can hurt me. We're not going to debate it, you maggot, you treacherous bastard, says Gilliman. I just wanted to know that I will rip your living heart out, and I want you to know why, and I want to know why. If this is our puerile old feud boiled to the surface, then you are the most pathetic soul in the cosmos. Pathetic. Our father should have left you out in the snow at birth. He should have fed you to rust, you worm. You maggot. Oh, Angry Gilliman's great. Angry Gilliman is my favourite Gilliman.
Oh man, I love it.
I do. And you know what? Horus Heresy Ultramarines are fucking cool. Because it was literally led by Manius Calgar and Sergeant Feel. And they're just the best characters.
It's excellent, and I love it.
Oh, I do.
Now, hold on. So, the thing is, the two of them are still alive. Gellerman and Lorgar.
Yeah, Gilliman is alive, but alone and depressed.
Right.
Lorgar's just chilling in the warp with a bunch of demons, just meditating.
Right. So, despite their plots, their declarations for the intent of vengeance, it sounds like that never actually comes to pass.
Roberto has met Mortarion in demon form. He's met Fulgrim in demon form. And I think he's met Magnus in demon form.
Mm-hmm.
And basically his reaction throughout all of the encounters is, I'm going to kick several shades of shit out of you regardless. I fucking hate demons.
Yes.
It's like a mixture of anger and sorrow. And Roberto Gilliman carries like the Emperor's sword. So all like the demon Primarchs are kind of scared of Gilliman because Gilliman can like permanently kill a demon with that sword. It's like a permadeath for demons. They can't come back. And there's a bit where Mortarion basically like captures Gilliman and then just trolls him and goes, yeah, by the way, I'm going to cut off your legs. And the sword comes to life, blinding Mortarion and going, you know what, fuck you, I'm leaving, bye. And Gilliman gets really annoyed. So good.
Oh my god.
It's so good. Oh dear, I like everything new non Matt Ward Gilliman is the best character. Like Gilliman without Matt Ward in charge is the best. Never give Matt Ward Gilliman ever again. I am scared of what he's going to do to the Tyranids. I am actually scared. Because I don't want him to fuck up the Tyranids. But I know he will.
Oh well. Unfortunately, there isn't an awful lot that can be done about that. We just gotta.
We can kidnap Matt Ward.
That is an option I had not yet considered, but I feel like I must make it clear to our YouTube audience, this is not a plan that we're taking seriously.
Yeah, no. We don't know where he lives. Yeah.
So I'm not taking seriously as of now. Okay.
We're not going to kidnap Matt Ward for ruining Warhammer for a lot of people. No. That's Lord. Just silly. No. Don't kidnap him. Just wean his food. Don't. I don't think anyone is. Unless we get like one specific fan that A knows where Matt Ward lives, B knows where he eats, and C they know how to piss in his food stealthily. Unless we get a combination of all three of those, it's very fucking rare. Just some chef that works at McDonald's goes, Matt Ward works here regularly. Well, best piss on the pickles. Oh dear. I kind of feel sorry for Matt Ward, the poor fucker.
You think he's catching a lot of flack for all of his?
He keeps getting a lot of flack. Like half the changes happened years ago now, but people still like, no, you just fucking ruin everything. Like there has been petitions to like fire Matt Ward for his writing. There's been petitions to ban Matt Ward from Warhammer events. There has been like people just really don't like Matt Ward.
Oh my god.
Imagine being that shit of a writer where people are like, no, you're not even allowed to enjoy this hobby.
Oh my god. Jesus. That's like being so bad at your job that you're allowed to do it, but you're not allowed to attend any of the company events. It's like, the company's throwing a party, except for you.
There's been like a lot of shit concerning Matt Ward. Like a lot of shit. Mm-hmm. I kind of feel sorry for him. Anyway, this is not a We Hate Matt Ward episode. This is a Word Bearers episode.
So, just a couple of other things here, because I know, we've covered the Horus heresy before. That now we have a lot more context, where Erebus plus Horus, kind of a bad combination there. And Horus, whenever he gets corrupted, brings 9 other Primarchs with him. And we proceed from there, basically. There is a couple of things that I wanted to note.
Lorgar was very easy to convince because it was like, all right, Chaos Gods want this, cool,
let's do it.
There are, So to be fair, the other 8 Primarchs Horus manages to convince. They didn't need a lot of convincing in the first place, apart from Magnus, who basically Horus tricked Lehman Russ into basically completely destroying Magnus. Horus wants Magnus on his side. So what he did was he ordered Lehman Russ to assassinate Magnus so Magnus would come to his side. Such a dick move. Oh dear.
Yeah. So here comes the big thing that surprised me about the Word Bearers here.
Yes.
They succeeded in killing Malkador?
Hang on. 1 second.
Okay.
Give me 1 second, because it's been a while since it's been a while since I looked at this specific lore. Killing Malkador. I love the name Malkador the Sigilite. Such a good name.
Yes. He sounds important.
Yes. Hang on, I can't seem to. Outside, I can't seem to find anything. Hang on. If I type in. You might have to edit this out. I do apologise.
No worries.
Okay, so Malkador, the Sigilite, basically sacrificed himself on the Golden Throne so that he could charge it just enough so then the Emperor could sit on it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to find. I mean, the Word Bearers obviously doesn't like Malkador because of what
Right.
happened at Monarchia.
Right.
But I can't seem to. Have you got any more information about like the murder?
No. What I found was, it looks like during the Horus Heresy, they mounted a full assault up until they reached Terra, where they chased Malkador back to.
Yeah,
After that, they supposedly summoned a chaos storm to prevent reinforcements from reaching Terra.
that was it.
Yes, and
Yeah,
so that's another thing. It's like, hold on, they can summon a chaos storm of that mass that they managed to keep reinforcements from arriving. That's insane.
yeah.
So
Word bearers are base. Yeah, word bearers. If they put all of their attention together, they can do some really crazy, fucked up shit with like prayers and stuff.
yeah, so
They're
it
like Black Templars in a way. They are like Black Templars in a way.
oh, I gotcha.
Because Black Templars are like. Black Templars are basically word bearers, but with a dedicated faith towards the Emperor. Now, some people might be going, hang on, didn't like the word bearers have a dedicated faith for the Emperor and they got yeeted? Well, you see, dear listener, the Black Templars were sort of formed after the Emperor was killed. So, after the Emperor was put on a golden throne. So faith towards the Emperor went up massively. So when the Black
Right.
Templars came about, after Rogaldorn separated a few of his founding legion into the Imperial Fists, the Crimson Fists, and the Black Templars, people didn't mind that the Black Templars were religious zealots.
That
Which some people might think is hypocritical.
just a
And
tiny bit.
right. And some people might be right.
Right.
There's a bit from a book here that I found, and
Okay.
it's when the word bearers find out that the Imperium is worshipping the Emperor like a god.
Mm-hmm.
It is amazing. Let me read out to you. The God Emperor.
Go for it.
The God Emperor. Language cannot convey the effect those words had on me. I will do all I can to explain it, knowing that every explanation is wrong, for no wordcraft can truly shape an impression of what I felt the first time I heard that title. The God Emperor, Monaria said again, when Amurel asked her to repeat herself. He had stopped as if struck, his thoughts running so acidly rancid they felt them pressing against my that I felt them pressing against my senses. Telemachion had been exultant, roaring his laughter to the sky, so gripped by euphoric revelation that I thought his twin hearts might cease. If you ever walked in asylum's halls, you know that laughter. It is something beyond mirth, beyond elation. It is a release, a dam that breaks in the back of the mind to let madness pour forth, preventing the brain from drowning and poisoned. The god Emperor. I tried to repeat Monaria's words, but my mouth refused to give them shape. I was laughing myself. Telemachion could barely breathe. The laughter soared in and out of his face. Oh God! The laughter soared in and out of his faceplate's vocalizer, wheezing and wet, hacking as if he ruptured something in his throat. Amural stood dumb, trying to process what he heard, trying and failing. The word bearers won. Telemachion was on his hands and knees in the dust, blood trickling from his unmoving silver mouth. He laughed and heaved and vomited and laughed, speaking between dragged breaths and violent convulsions. The word bearers won. They eat dirt and drink shame. They chant prayers to the unwanted truth, though through bloodied lips. They lost everything, and yet they still won.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, the word bearers basically just fell about laughing when they heard that. Oh, it's so good.
Well, that wow. That basically brings us to the last part about the word bearers, and that's how do they perform on the tabletop?
They are the worst faction on the tabletop.
Oh Lord!
I'm not even kidding.
Okay, I was about to say.
Like, you would think that the chance they would have would be amazing. They don't. I mean, they have the psychic shenanigans they could do would be amazing. No. Their Legion trait. You ready for this? Their Legion trait is they get to re-roll morale.
What?
Yep. Space Marines, the average Space Marine morale is 8 or 9 out of 10.
Okay.
The only way you can affect morale of a Space Marine squad is if you wipe 4 out of 5 Space Marines in a squad, and the person rolls a 6.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the worst Legion trait ever because you don't lose morale. Like, word bearers have got shit to counter morale anyway. So, like, they can. It's so shit. I've got a friend who plays word bearers, and their melee is kind of scary. And they do have a couple of unique chants, but nothing amazing.
Okay.
And when I heard his Legion trait was like, oh, you get to re-roll morale, it's the worst. It's the worst.
Yeah.
It's absolutely shit. And I feel so sorry for any word bearers player. Hopefully, when the Chaos Codex comes out, when the Chaos Space Marine Codex comes out for 9th edition, they will change the Legion trait because it needs to be better than just re-rolling morale. Give them unique chance. Give them better chance or better something. Give us Erebus as a playable model. I want Erebus as a playable model because you have Core Pharaon, but not Erebus.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense because he's not technically a space marine.
I know. I know, but you can use like Dark Apostles and stuff.
Oh,
And
yeah, you're right.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Dark Apostles are kind of Space Marines, but I reckon you should use Erebus because Erebus. I kind of would like to see Erebus on the tabletop.
Hmm. Yeah, I can see why.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
in summary here, uh, Lorgar is an angsty teenager who gets told off by his daddy and
He
then goes
doesn't
through a
even want to be
rebellious.
the. The best thing about Lorgar is that he actually contemplates after what happens on Monarchia. He
Mm,
actually contemplates why he was even made because he realizes that he's not even like a weapon of war.
right,
He's not even a weapon of war. Even the word bearers aren't weapons of war. They're just priests. They're people
right.
that bring religion or, worship. I mean, Lorgar's main weapon, which is a mace, isn't really a weapon. It's Lorgar describes it as an office decoration.
Hmm.
Like compared to the rest of his brothers, he's not. You know, he's not
Yeah, he didn't
a
shine in
weapon.
combat from what I saw. Like everyone was better at it than
Ah,
he was.
okay. Before we end it, can
Yeah,
we
yeah.
talk briefly about the time Lorgar and Angron team up?
Yes. Hit me with it.
Okay, good.
Cuz
Angron
that just
and
sounds
Log.
amazing.
It is amazing. It's in the book Betrayer, which I've ordered,
Right,
and
right.
I'm going to get that hopefully during the week at some point, maybe tomorrow. I don't know when. But
Oh, hold on.
what happens? Yeah.
I gotta tell you about this because I did buy a couple of Warhammer books. I want to hear
Okay.
your thoughts
Okay.
on
You
the.
tell me the books. And
Hold
I
on.
will explain Betrayer because it's fucking amazing. It's
I got
amazingly good.
I got the first Heretic
Yep, I've
and
got that. That's
and the second one was Horus Rising.
Horus Rising is Horus. Ah, fuck. Is Horus Rising the first Horus Heresy novel? I don't know anymore because by the time we say, oh, it's the first Horus Heresy novel, turns out, no, they've retconned it, so it's like the third. Buy these two instead.
Okay.
It's 50. I'm sorry that I don't know the order of the Horus Heresy. I don't know the order of all 56 books. Thank you very much.
Uh,
And there's even like the spin offs and everything and where they fit.
but are these good ones though? Like, would you recommend them?
Yes. Horus. The first heretic is the one
Mm.
where Lorgar loses his planet.
Oh,
It
so
loses
on
his city.
topic.
Yeah. And Horus Rising, I think, is the one where Horus sort of becomes traitor, and you learn more about more about like the inner circle before it got a bit fucked up. So you get to learn
Hmm.
more about Loki and fuck, I forgot his name. There's a character called Lokian
Hmm.
who's sort of like the best space marine there ever was.
Okay, okay. Sounds interesting.
Yep, and Torig. Fuck, I'm trying to remember names now. There's also like stuff with Erebus in it and Lucius the Eternal. It's good. It's a good book. It's a good book, and I enjoy
Awesome.
it.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, read it. I won't
But
spoil anything.
you were saying about Lorgar and Angron.
Okay, basically, Lorgar and Angron work together, killing
Mm.
Eldar, and Angron at first is really sort of like not happy about meeting Lorgar at all. But Lorgar in the but Lorgar is surprisingly quite chill with him,
Hmm.
and they're like, you know what? Let's just kill some Eldar. There's some Eldar here. Let's just go in and fuck shit up. And Angron's like, you know what? I don't trust you, but I do want to kill stuff. And Lorgar even attempts to help him with the butcher's nails at one point, because
Okay, interesting.
Angron's moods get really bad. And,
Mm-hmm.
oh, it's just so good. It's just so good. And in the audiobook version, Lorgar is voiced by the actor who did Quan Chi in Mortal Kombat 9, I
Oh,
believe.
nice.
It sounds a lot like him. It sounds a lot like Quan Chi. And it is, it's just amazing. And because you learn a bit more about Angron and Lorgar, and there's a bit in it where Lorgar is about to basically kill this elder person, and the elder lets slip about the blood prince,
Uh-huh.
about like don't let the blood prince rise, and
Okay.
Lorgar goes, "Huh, blood prince." Then he looks at Angron, and instead of helping him with the nails, he encourages Angron to keep them in and keep being violent. And
As you
Angron
do.
is really suspicious of this because he's like, hang on, before I passed out and before, you said you were worried about, you said the nails were killing me. And Lorgar plays this off by going, no, I didn't. No, you just heard things. And Angron, pissed off, sort of storms away.
Okay.
And yeah, there's bits and pieces, and it's just good.
That
It's a good.
sounds really good.
Yeah, yeah, and
Because
you
you
get
got.
to see, Angron and Lorgar sort of like you get to see Lorgar and Angron basically take on a shit ton of Eldar. It is
Mm,
amazing. Angron sort of charges angrily. Of course he does, but Angron charges angrily towards the crowd of Eldar, and Lorgar just swings his mace at people, and it's like the best bit about the prime. It's like the best bit because you get. I don't know. There's just a great. It's just a great bit of violence there.
yeah, and it sounds like it combines the perfect two, because for one, Lorgar isn't good at fighting. He's more of a good orator, a little bit
He's
of a smooth talker, a little bit. Like, he's not defenseless, obviously. He's a Primarch,
Yeah,
but
no,
he's not as
he
good
can
as
still murder a lot of things, but when compared to like everyone else, he's not that great of a fighter.
right. But now you're pairing him up with Angron, who is the poster angry boy for all of Warhammer, and
Yeah,
it just, to me, it sounds like a match made in heaven.
I
That's just
know.
me.
If memory serves me correctly,
Mm.
I should look this up, but Lorgar gets injured during the Isstvan 3 massacre. Not
Uh-huh.
Isstvan. I think it was Isstvan 3 or Isstvan 5 massacre, and Konrad
Mm.
Kurz saves his life. And I just love that bit. I just love it.
Yeah.
Like, Lorgar might be not the best at fighting, but my god, he's just great. And you do
Yes.
feel sorry for him, and you do kind of root for him. You don't root for
Yeah.
Erebus because Erebus is a massive twat, but you root for Lorgar.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, Lorgar, go on. And to be fair, I
Uh,
do kind of want them to bring back Lorgar at the same time as they bring back another Primarch.
uh,
Or have Lorgar come back and have him basically beat the Seven Shades of shit out of Balgor, the original demon. So,
mhm.
like said, Lorgar can take his rightful place as like best demon boy.
Yeah.
I also
But
kind of want to see Gilliman versus Lorgar
I
again.
do too. That's like the one that
I
I'm.
just want angry sweary Gilliman again. I just want to see angry sweary Gilliman.
Angry swearing Gillerman against oh man,
He's the
that's like the
best.
one. I need to know how that turns out. I need to know.
I know we all do, but Gilliman is at the minute trying to do politics and stuff, Meanwhile, the Lorgar's just chilling in the warp, just meditating. It's like, yep, don't care, mate. I've got my demons. I know the true God. Ah.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh, that's perfect.
I
But
know.
that about wraps it up for the
Yep.
word bearers. So I gotta ask, who do you think we should cover this coming week?
Ooh, I think we should cover the Necrons.
Necrons. All right. Can you
Yeah.
care to give us a
More
little preview?
specifically, Nemazor Zandrath and his best friend, his little bodyguard, Orgar. Fuck.
Those.
Basically, his bodyguard called Vargar.
Uh-huh.
Nemazor Zandrath and his buddy Vargar.
Got
It's
it.
just the best. It's like the best buddy cop story ever.
Let's
It's
do it.
so good. Yeah, Nemesis Andrew. Whoop whoop. Oh, and
Yeah.
there might be stuff about the Silent King and the War in Heaven and stuff. You know, just because Necrons, you sort of need to cover all that shit.
Let's
But
do it.
if your favorite Necron isn't Nemesis Andreff, I don't want to talk to you. He's the bestest boy. Right, should we stop recording now?
No, sure. Let's hit the stop.
Okay.